Welcome to my official channel Tech Info. Ladies and gentlemen, now I bring you a very interesting article from website ttimeout.com. About 10 best events and new openings to look forward to in Tokyo in 2023. By Emma SteenWednesday, March 29, 2023. From a Harry Potter attraction to a new Studio Ghibli anime by Hayao Miyazaki, we've got a lot coming in 2023. There was a time when 2023 seemed impossibly far into the future, but now we have entered a new year of exciting concerts, festivals, and long-awaited openings. Those of you who have been waiting to visit Japan for the past 2 years are well aware that there are countless new attractions to check out, from the life-sized moving Gundam in Yokohama to Super Nintendo World at Universal Studios Japan. Tokyo is only just beginning to gain momentum, however, with a host of spectacular events and openings slated to come this year. Kicking things off this spring, we've got the Jurassic World exhibition coming to Tokyo for the first time, followed by the opening of the Warner Bros. Studio Tour dedicated to the movie magic behind the Harry Potter franchise. As the old saying goes, you haven't seen anything yet. Reopening of teamLab Borderless. For 4 years, the teamLab Borderless Museum was one of the hottest attractions in Tokyo with its interactive digital art exhibits that changed with the seasons. We sadly had to bid farewell to the museum's original venue in August 2022 as the Odaiba area has been slated for a full-scale revamp, but the Guinness World Record breaker will soon reopen in a new location. Though the upcoming plans have been kept under wraps for quite some time, teamLab finally revealed that the new teamLab Borderless Museum will reopen in 2023 as part of the Toranomon Azabudai project. Tokyo Kabukicho Tower. There are so many things packed into this complex opening in Shinjuku Kabukicho, it's as though there's a small city stacked into a single building. With 48 floors, plus 5 basement levels and a penthouse, the Tokyo Kabukicho Tower is set to open on April 14 as Japan's largest hotel and entertainment complex. On top of a Bandai amusement center, a cinema and a live music venue with a capacity of 1,500 people, the supersized commercial facility will also have a wellness area with a pool, 2 luxury hotels and a food court with a DJ booth. The venue is so over the top it's hard to imagine what it will all look like when it's finally unveiled, so we can't wait to see it in person. New Studio Ghibli anime by Hayao Miyazaki. Mark your diaries for July 14, 2023 as Studio Ghibli's first Hayao Miyazaki film since The Wind Rises, 2013, will undoubtedly be the biggest film release of the year. Tentatively titled How Do You Live, the upcoming animation is loosely based on the director's favorite childhood novel by Genzaburo Yoshino. The original 1937 story is about an inquisitive 15-year-old boy who is prompted to challenge his preconceptions about life, relationships and ethics following the death of his father. Studio Ghibli hasn't divulged much besides the film's domestic release date, but Miyazaki's adaptation is expected to deviate from the book's real-world setting and involve strong fantasy elements. Jean-Paul Gaultier's Fashion Freak Show. After a knockout premiere in Paris, Jean-Paul Gaultier's Fashion Freak Show is now on tour and set to hit Tokyo in May. A review crossed with a madcap fashion show, the production is a creative spectacle inspired by the life and career of legendary French fashion designer Jean-Paul Gaultier. Since its debut in 2018, the show has attracted a staggering 250,000 spectators and counting with its pop culture showcase spanning 50 years of Gaultier's life. Fashion Freak Show was directed and designed by Gaultier himself, and features over 200 of his original couture pieces. Beginning with his childhood before moving into his fashion debut in 1976 and onto his work with celebrities like Madonna, Rihanna and Pedro Almodovar, the show is a colorful exploration of fashion through the decades accompanied by the iconic songs that inspired Gaultier's work. Warner Bros. Studio Tour Tokyo, the making of Harry Potter. Potterheads, rejoice! Tokyo is getting a permanent attraction dedicated to the movie magic behind the Harry Potter franchise, opening on June 16, 2023. The attraction will be modeled on the Warner Bros. Studio Tour in London where visitors can view production sets, get up close with props like wands and potions, and meander down the shopping street of Diagon Alley. The Tokyo version, which will be the second Harry Potter exhibition of its kind in the world, includes a recreated indoor soundstage and outdoor backlit, fancy terms for film set. It will be roughly 30,000 square meters and take about half a day to explore. West Side Story. Sondheim and Bernstein's iconic Broadway musical West Side Story is returning to Shibuya's Tokyo Theater Orb with an international cast for the first time since 2012. Inspired by the Shakespearean story of Romeo and Juliet and set in mid-1950s New York, West Side Story is considered one of the most riveting musicals of our time and continues to be celebrated decades after its debut in 1957. Featuring the original choreography of Jerome Robbins, this production stars Jaden Webster and Melanie Sierra as Tony and Maria, who fall in love with each other despite the ongoing feud between their respective communities. The show will be performed entirely in English with live accompaniment from a band. Subtitles will be provided so Japanese audiences can fully immerse themselves in the story's poignant themes of love, rivalry, and tragedy. Swan Lake on Water. Tchaikovsky's Swan Lake has been performed thousands of times since its 1877 premiere and is considered one of the greatest ballets of all time. However, this upcoming production has an unexpected flair with the addition of a water element on stage. Performed by the Grand Ballet Ukraine, founded by Irina Kandazevsky, this enthralling spectacle took 2 years to perfect before it was ready to be staged. Though the Corps de Ballet was forced to disband at one point due to the invasion of Ukraine, the company has bravely reassembled to resume its world tour with this stunning reimagining of classical ballet. This ambitious production brings audiences closer to the story's setting, featuring a flooded stage, water jet fountain, and CG projections of dynamic waterscapes. The scene 10 minutes into the second act is a particularly jaw-dropping highlight, where roughly 12 tons of water is poured onto the stage to recreate the effects of rain. Look forward to the original choreography by Johann News, accompanying the timeless composition of Pyotr Tchaikovsky. Company founder Irina Kandazevsky will play the principal roles of Odette and Odile. Tokyo Motor Show. The biennial Tokyo Motor Show is one of the world's biggest and most famous automobile trade shows, but the 2021 event had to be cancelled due to COVID-19 restrictions. Next autumn, however, the show will return to Tokyo Big Sight for the first time in 3 years to unveil a hot new array of smart cars, sports cars and futuristic automobiles from the world's premier industry leaders. Jurassic World, the exhibition. Soon, Osaka's Universal Studios Japan won't be the only place in the country where you can meet the prehistoric creatures that appear in the Jurassic Park franchise. Jurassic World, the exhibition is set to land in Tokyo sometime this spring, with a thrilling array of life-sized dinosaur animatronics that look astoundingly realistic. The attraction will transport you to the volcanic island of Isla Nublar. You can explore the Hammond Creation Lab, where scientists recreate dinosaurs to release into the lucrative Jurassic World theme park, and look at dino eggs in their incubators. Bob Ricard Tokyo. Ever dreamed of ordering champagne with the mere push of a button? That fantasy will soon become a reality with the 2023 opening of Bob Ricard's first international outpost in Tokyo. Originally opened in London, this glitzy Russo-European restaurant serves up a mix of British, French and Russian fare like caviar blinis, duck confit, and mushroom vareniki. You can order shots of Russian vodka, chilled to a glacial -18 degrees Celsius, to pair with your caviar, but how could anyone resist that inviting gold switch signaling press for champagne? An exact opening date has yet to be announced for this, so stay tuned for more updates in the coming months. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to get more and more important article that I read for you when you are busy to walk or travel. Just put earphone to your ear, then I save your time.